Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Haidar Ramdhani from State Senior High School 1 Praya, and today I'm standing here to deliver my speech about today's motion that this house believes that social networking sites is good for society. And today I am, as the government side of the house, will firstly tell you about what this motion means. I will underline this word, social networking sites, and then society. So what's the meaning of those words? Firstly, social networking sites. It's a kind of service in networks which is aimed to construct connection between people, between the society within the internet. So next, society. What is it? Society is often considered as the aggregate or accumulation of people who live together in such a place, a community, a region, a district, or even a country which is more or less ordered. So next, how this motion can appear today? As the time passed by, the era, the world is getting modern. Nowadays there are a lot of social media platforms that we know at this time. Let's say Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or even Twitter, and there are so much more that we know in this era. To operate them is just a simple thing to do. You just have to set up your profile page and then done. You can stalk, you can search information around the world within your hand. And today, about this motion, we are going to explain to you, to limit this motion, that we are going to talk about social media. How this social media works in society. So you just have to do a simple thing. You don't have to use a lot of your brain. You just hold your phone, connect it to the internet, create your account, and then it will be saved in the network, in the internet network, and done. You can surf around the world. You can do whatever you want to interact in the world within a small phone or gadget within your hand. And our problem today is this social media is really good for the society in the world. So here's my point as the government side of the house, which is agree with this motion today. My first point, is it beneficial for society? The social media is beneficial for society? Yes, that's my answer. Because it could decrease distance and then increase interactions with other people around the world. Let me tell you about this. Let's consider this. We live in Earth, a world that exists, within it there are 169 countries in this world, this Earth. This Earth width is about 510.1 million kilometers square. It's so huge, it's so wide. And now there are 7.8 billion people who lives in the world, in the Earth. And if you are in a standing position just like me right now, you are in a small place which is just 1 meter square right now. It's really straight area. It's small. And it's getting worse by this situation we are getting now, that we are not allowed to go out of our house or do any huge accumulation of people right now. We are obligated to stay in our own home, which is you can do a lot of interactions with other people, right? So this is it. You don't have a big interaction within your family. You don't know what your friend doing in their home. You don't know what your teachers will teach to you at that time. You don't know what other students do in their house. Are they learning or just sleeping in their bed, and so on. So how this can be solved? This is the answer: the social media. So the social media is purposely created so that we can interact in a small place, in a small media. You just have to connect to the internet. Why is it so hard? It's not like a big deal for us. Let's say you want to know the economical condition in China, and let's say you want to know how the politics goes in Netherlands, and you want to know what is the education condition in Finland. It's all easy to access within this social media. You just have to scroll around. You just have to search the information about those conditions, those information. It's all within your hand. So the distance between these countries, or even your house, your neighbor, you can easily access them with this social media. You can interact with them like there are no boundary between you and those countries or your friends. It's like everything is within the phone, your gadget. The world is being handled by your hand. The world is within the grasp of your hand. And that's it. So this social media is really beneficial for us. It can make the interact between the people who are really far away, who are separated by a distance in the society. They can meet easily, they can interact, communicate easily in the society because of this social media. So let me make it simple. Social media makes society easier by decreasing distance between people within a country, a region, or an area, while by increasing interaction between them in such a small place like this social media, which is easily to operate by us. Okay, let me close it with my conclusion. So social networking sites such as social media is beneficial for the society. Why? Because it could decrease the distance within our society and increasing the interactions inside our society with other people around the world. That's all from me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Tabitha from State Senior High School 1 Praya, will now proudly deliver my speech. So I'm, as the next speaker of the government side of the house, really do agree with today's motion. Today's motion is this house believe that social networking sites is good for society. My previous speaker has stated one good or one beneficial of social media for society, and well, there is another beneficial of social media for society. So now here I am to tell you guys, to deliver to you guys another social media benefit. First, my previous speaker have stated that social media reduce the distance and increase the connection or social interaction. So this makes the world seems smaller since there is social media, and because of that, it makes we can get the information in real time, so we can always be updated and not left behind. Okay, and the next argument is social media is a place for a job field. So the business company can promote the job field for others so that they can easier to get workers, and then the unemployment people or another people who want to get another job, they can be easier to find a kind of job that they want. And for the country of the business company exists, it can decrease the unemployment rates on there. And next, social media is a place, it provides a place to show and distribute our talent. For example, there is YouTuber have influence and have show that they are, this is myself and this is my talent to all of public social media users. And this has been proven by self-isolated or shy people too. Ladies and gentlemen, about 1 in 4 teens say that social media helps them to more interactive, to more socialize with other people, so they can show their talent, so they don't shy anymore to show who they are. And almost 30% of the young people and in that group say that it feels more outgoing to use social media. So this is really have proof that social media provide a place to show, to distribute ourselves, to show off our talent, so we can get more easier to interaction, and it will build our own self. And next, social media also can help the government to promote their government program, and also social media helps government to get rid of the crimes. 73% of law enforcement officials in the United States say that they believe social networking sites help them to solve crimes. And also, 85% of the police department in United States use social media to investigate local offenses. So this is a helpful place that social media have been provided to all of society. And this is a place that makes us more interactive, that we can know about what worldwide happened, and we don't left behind. Also, ladies and gentlemen, social media also can social media can influence people to build the empathy inside ourselves. For example, there is name of influencer in Instagram, such as Rachel Fenya, that have made donation for COVID-19 medical workers, so they can get 5 billion rupiahs to accommodate the medical worker equipment due to the COVID-19 pandemic. So this is a big amount. This means this have been a proof that there is an empathy inside ourselves, because we get influenced by the social media influencer, and this is really have a good impact to ourselves, so that we can get the benefit of social networking sites such as social media. As what I say, social media have many various beneficial and besides of what my previous speaker haven't stated. So it is really, really good to use social media. Well, in the data that I get, I quoted from the official page of We Are Social, there were 3.8 billion social media users worldwide in January 2020. So this number of users have increased to 9% or 321 million new users since last year. So you guys can think that from this various big, huge number, we can know that there is something that makes this increase every year. So the reason why it always increases, why the worldwide social media users always have a big number, this is because the beneficial and the good of social media itself. So we have to believe that this social media have a good impact, have a beneficial to society. For as what I have stated, my first argument that this can reduce the distance and increase the social interaction, and also it can provide jobs, it can provide a place to show our talent, and also it helps government to promote their government program and helps government to get rid of the crimes. Okay, that's all from me, and thanks for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen, I am Mbak Sylvia Ariani Putri from Senior State High School Number 1 Praya. I will now deliver my speech and my argument from the government side of the House with today's motion, which is this House believes that social networking sites is good for society. Now, ladies and gentlemen, my previous speaker has been stating to you what are the good benefits of networking sites. What we mean by networking sites is social media. Now I will explain to you again what are the good benefits for social media, especially in this society. Firstly, social media can increase interactions with our friends and with our family, especially in a condition of a pandemic. It will also increase our interactions between teachers and students in this condition. Social media connect people all around the world. We can easily access and we can easily communicate through social media. For example, we can use the feature of video call in such app like WhatsApp, Line, and Instagram. This can make us easier to communicate with our family members or our friends that is far away from our home. It will be also so beneficial, ladies and gentlemen, for our study as students in this condition. Nowadays, teachers and students use social media for studying. It shows that 72% of American students use social media as their study site. In this condition, social media is being used to deliver education into people. In social media, we can get expert education that we did not get in school. For example, if we want to learn languages such as English, we can access into Instagram and go to Kampung Pare. There, we can learn English. And if we want to learn basic education, we can go to the Instagram page of Zenius or Wanguru to learn basic education. Ladies and gentlemen, not only in the society side, social media can be beneficial, but also it is beneficial to develop businesses. In social media, we can reach wider audience of our businesses. It shows that on Facebook ads, 2.1 billion people is been using Facebook monthly. It is beneficial to our digital marketing as a business businessman. It is also to promote small businesses that is still new into the business world. We can promote through social media. Because why? Because the survey shows that 60% of users say that they found new products on social media. Social media can also use to increase our brand awareness. We can reach new potential customers through social media within their interests in our products. It can also bring positive effects through influencer. Many of people now search charity in social media. 43% of charity is being acquired in social media in our today's world. It is so beneficial, of course, for us and for the people that will be given the charity. Ladies and gentlemen, we often feel that we don't know where to promote our talent. This is where social media is also useful for. We can promote our talent in social media. We can promote it through posts on Instagram, videos, and photos. It can allow us to bring our talent more expert and more professional through social media. And we can also learn from social media how to improve our talent. Social media is also beneficial as a community used to support the government. The government is using social media to spread information about the government programs and about the welfare of the people. 98% of executives use social media to inform their government projects into people. As an audience, we should support government programs through social media. We can support it. We can support our government and we can know the news of our country. Ladies and gentlemen, social media is also beneficial for us to know the real-time news. 43% of American people use social media as the first source of their news. Compared to the old times where we have to wait for a newspaper to get into our home, today we can only tap our phone and scroll through social media and then we can get a lot of information. Social media also beneficial to find a job. 96% of recruiters in job use social media to promote their job. In this case, it can also be beneficial to decrease the unemployment people in our country and to easier them to gain information about job finding. Ladies and gentlemen, this social media is also beneficial to solve crime. It shows that 73% of federal states choose social media to make solving crime easy. Many people exposing their crimes in the social media, it makes it easier to track and it makes government and the police officer easier to track the crime and easier to catch the crime criminals. It is shown that 85% of police officers track crimes on the online platform, especially in social media. This is why, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that social networking sites like social media is really good for society because, as like what I said earlier, we can interact with other people from around the world. We can get real-time news. We can reduce the crime. We can promote our business, finding a job, and we can support the government, and also we can promote our talent. This is why social media is using to connect and share with people, and this is why I tell you social media has a lot of benefits and is good for society, and I am proud to propose this motion. Thank you so much.